Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Night Talks with Romantic Developer. Okay, I just confirmed that sound is going on. So it's the late night talks with a romantic developer, where we discuss in multiple things, including multiple topics. Of course, the main priority would be software development, and in the light of recent year shift, we look more into AI field of the software development, all that models, LLM models, all that reasoning models, all the models, also all that, machine learning and models, and using them for benefits. Looking some news from this, looking about looking into risks, then we are ready, and so on and so on. Today we have our episode number 226, and it started like a challenge that I'll do my streams for 152 days. It was challenge from my wife, and I think I'm able to do that. And now I'm still continuing to do stream every day because it's become like part of habit of myself, and I don't want to just give up. Yeah, all the time I'm thinking about how to maybe develop it better to make it more interesting for myself and for others. Let me check please. Okay, I've reconnected my connection now. It should be, I don't know, it's still not so good. Hopefully it would be better. So I reset my drop frames rate. So I recently, yesterday basically, I installed mesh system, Wi-Fi mesh system, which should extend my Wi-Fi range at the home. But looks like even for those mesh system, I installed those pods, mesh pods, quite far from each other, and they provide good coverage and good connection speed, but not very stable. So it's or good or bad, which is totally fine if you're, for example, watching some YouTube videos or scrolling the web, etc. But of course, for streaming, when you need some stable channel, it's not so good. So I've tried to connect directly to my router from here. It's not very strong signal. Previously it worked nice. Now it doesn't work very nice again. I changed my router to proposed by my company, IPS company. So internet service provider, ISP company. So not IPS, ISP. Yeah, it should provide better speed, but I see that its stability of the network is not so good. Anyway, let's just start my chatbot, which will help in case someone will join and want to see what's going on, want to ask some questions, so it would. Okay, the chatbot found my stream and it started. Okay, normally we're looking for some recent news and yeah, we're looking for some recent news and discussing them. So let's start with that. My chatbot is active. So let's check how it's working. By the way, it's completely open source, and under MIT license you can download and use it for your needs. It's easy to set up and execute. Of course, if you start a stream and you set up some stream software, it should be probably mostly the same complexity to start the chatbot. So let's write something from myself. It would be considered as something message to announce. Let's hear it.
Hi here. Have a great stream.
Okay, so it's announced that message for me, so that comment. So even if I very deep into something, I could hear it on my computer as well. It's my chatbot decided to answer that question and like say hi, hello, I like you, like it, and so on. Okay. Okay, the next thing, I think it would be questions to our chatbots about latest news. So let's verify all we have right now. Yesterday we reviewed Claude 3.7 Sonnet update, and we even tried their Claude AI agent, but looks like we just get into queue of people who want to try it, and right now it's I need to log in to try. Okay, I'll not do that right now. Oh, come on. So I want to copy my previous prompt, and maybe we can even improve it slightly, just to think about if we can make it better or worse. So let's start new session. Let's insert our prompt. Probably we can, you know what? We can use something like Notepad. I really don't like connection. Connection doesn't look good. Probably I need to use cable to connect my mesh system to have much more stable connection. Let me. So I don't like drop frame rates with that connection. Let me reconnect back to my speeds and more stable. Nothing is quite stable, but yeah. Maybe I need to restart my router. I did multiple setups, and it looks like it restarted once, but maybe I need to restart it once again. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's reset drop frames and see how it will behave right now. So, hello. I want you to search all recent AI news or relative to them. Please use valid sources for that. For example, Google News, OpenAI News, maybe, and so on from solid or similar sources. Which is the most important news in the last few days in field of artificial intelligence, AGI, LLM, generative models, and anything connected to that. I'm looking for fresh news on or after February 25th. Let's say 25th. It's end of the day here of 25th. So all other words already live in 26. It should be fine. If there are, maybe there are, or news is one. If there is news older than that, it is still okay if they are of high importance. Importance and relevant right now. The news should be exciting for curious engineers, for curious software engineers and AI enthusiasts. Provide short but deep summaries for each news and the links to the sources, to the source or sources where I can get more details. Please check if the source exists and accessible. Let's move it as new sentence. Please check if the source is accessible. Not returning 404. And if it is not, please consider checking this news once again to help fight this hallucination or disinformation. So let's copy it to the browser. Maybe here. I don't know where is good. Okay, here is fine. OpenAI. So some, looks like we wrote news which still not bad. I mean, text is not bad. Maybe it's quite a long prompt. So what we will use, we will try that on GPT-4 or GPT-o3 mini with internet access search. We can try it with GPT-4. And we can try it in Grok. Hello, Grok. And in Grok, we will set new session and ask that in Grok 3 beta. We can try in DeepSeek, but looks like they have some issues with search. But let's try. And I saw some news on OpenAI chat in OpenAI news that they extended availability of deep research for more. Okay, now I see that it's not as beautiful as I think, but anyway. And I think I could use O3 Mini and click deep research for that, and probably it will provide something better. Let's check also deep research. So we have 5 sources. Let's check DeepSeek if it's good or not. Okay, the user want latest from around or slightly before if it's still relevant. They mentioned, but wait, it's 223 now. So looks like DeepSeek still don't have access to search capabilities. So yes, everything it will provide would be not so relevant. Of course, it's talking about introducing Sora in OpenAI block, Gemini 1.5 Pro with 1 million context window, Meta open source Llama 70B, which already we have something better. It doesn't know about DeepSeek itself, and so on and so on. So we can skip DeepSeek right now because it's, at least here, doesn't provide the latest news. Let's go to GPT or for its simplest model, mostly cheapest. GPT-4o mini is the cheapest model, but it can crawl the web. So let's see what are the latest news for today. Alibaba $50 billion investment in AI and cloud computing. We already saw that news earlier in my previous stream, and it's a pretty big investment for a private company. 50 billions. Believe me, it's a lot. If we think about United States plan to invest 500 billion over 5 years, so it will cost about 100 billion a year, and it's for all companies, including like Microsoft, OpenAI, probably Apple and others company, to that big like Stargate project or others, which include, again, as I said, a lot of companies, and it's $100 million, and it's for United States. Here, just 50 billions is just for one company. Of course, it's very huge. OpenAI transition for-profit spark controversy. Of course, it was a question which is discussed and doesn't liked by Elon Musk and others. So yeah, we'll slightly discussing it. It's not related exactly to LLMs and to software engineering, but of course. Microsoft employees protest AI collaboration with Israel military. You know, right now, all AI funds receive. So the biggest innovation, of course, are in field of in military or in space exploration, which again lead us to military. So it's trade-off, and if something can be valid for military, you will have funding, and of course companies which don't want to work with military, they will be unfunded. And as we saw, Google removes that ban for military usage for their AI, and of course Microsoft work with some military organizations. So, and come on, all the democratic world support Ukraine and sending drone and a lot of weaponry to Ukraine, which includes AI components for many of those weaponry, and AI is targeting to kill people, to kill enemy supplies, etc., etc. So basically the same people on other side. So it's already happening all the time. I don't know why Microsoft employee just now start protesting. So of course Microsoft AI tools were used in military operations, including a failed attack in 2023 that resulted in civilian casualties. This incident companies face with their technologies are utilized in military context. So again, in just 5 Microsoft employers from 200,000. I know, I'd voted for that. I'd voted to not use AI in military, etc. But it's not possible. Let's face the facts. It's not possible. It's different world. We live on Earth. Everything is used to military needs. Again, accused of exploiting artist work, including Microsoft, OpenAI have been accused of using artist copyrighted work without permissions to train models. If artist copyrighted works are available online, are accessible on the web, it could be used for training. That's it. I don't know what debate is. Okay, creative industries opposite government AI and copyright proposal. Of course, OpenAI uncovered Chinese influence campaign using AI tools. Again, it could be done with anything, not only with OpenAI tools, with any company tools, including DeepSeek and any other. It's not about OpenAI, it's just about usage of AI for everything, including spread, Spanish language, anti-American disinformation in Latin America. You can use not only OpenAI, you can use whatever model you want, including free, open source, executing locally, and so on. OpenAI faces lawsuit over AI training practices. Again, misused new articles from where? Without permission again. Come on, if those articles are not prohibited to read, why, how you can, how you can protect them from, so if person can use them to be more intelligent, why AI couldn't use them to be more intelligent? I really don't get it. OpenAI Industries introduced deep research tool. What's mean introduce? It's February 25th, but again, it's not introduced. It's say that it just let's read it. Research. So they published a system card for deep research, but that's it. And today, of course, they make usage on higher limits for all the layers in the OpenAI. So all the layers now can use deep research, and that's it. And in the system card, it's a PDF, and it shows some information about that model, which of course probably interesting, but it's just about 40 pages, 35 pages. It's probably too long to read. Let's see if it has something like, no, it doesn't have content. So about security, about safety again, about fight with hallucination, about some mitigation against security, and so on. So probably it wouldn't be exposed how they create that deep research, but rather than some security things. Okay. OpenAI struggles with GPT-5 development fortune. Of course, it would be. Of course, we know it. We know it for months of news, because they need a lot of data for that, and it's like, every new GTP is an exponential growth from previous, and they use so many data for teaching GPT-4 that probably they just have less data for GPT-5. Of course, they could reuse all the data they have and create multimodalities systems which can do whatever we need, including reasoning, etc., like we saw yesterday, Claude 3.7. So they will release GPT 4.5, which can do all of those and probably would be smarter than GPT-4 or even O1 or even O3. But let's see. Meta in discussion about 200 billion a data center project. Of course, probably it's not only their money. So of course we don't have all the details, but again, probably it wouldn't be in 1 year. Probably it would be in like maybe in 10 years. But we see the numbers of money investing into AI. So we need to understand what AI is and why so many people spend so much money into something which not provide as many in return right now, at least. Okay, let's see H3, I mean O3 mini high, H3, O3. So, Reuters, 25th. DeepSeek rushes to launch new AI model as China goes all in. Interesting. And accelerating the launch of next generation DeepSeek R2 well ahead of its original schedule, the new model promises improvements in coding efficiency and multi-language reasoning, signaling the intensification in global competition between Chinese AI innovation and Western giants. Of course, it's always a plus because once we have DeepSeek R2, means that we probably have much cheaper prices and much stronger models in United States market. OpenAI Deep Research tool now available to more subscribers, but there is a catch. And what is the catch? Now available in Plus, Team, Edu, and the Enterprise. However, non-pro tiers receive significantly lower monthly queries like 10. This move on as part of OpenAI strategy to democratize access to high-powered research features while managing operational cost. Okay, Elon Musk criticized OpenAI non-profit transformation plan. We already know it. Microsoft worker protests sale of AI cloud services to Israel military. Probably it's better them to buy it from Microsoft AI rather than from China AI. I don't know. It's worth of AI. It's worth of AI. Protest should be logical and it should be valuable. You need to propose something in return. It's not just please don't sell something to someone or just don't provide access to someone for something. So many people support Ukraine, and when they support Ukraine, basically they support Ukrainian fight. And when people support Ukrainian fight rather than peace, and we see it right now, basically people sign off that they support killing more people. You know, how how else you will fight? You could, I mean, it's not AI will fight with Russians. It's still people with people. And when you support fighting, it means you're supporting sending more and more people, more and more boys, more and more men to that fight. And of course, you know, current front line and current fight is very. You should see some videos. I don't know. It's very rough. Uh, uh, Artillery is still here, and it will very hard to live under artillery. Then Russian have that bombs with flying wings, which can fly from 40 to 80 kilometers. It's maybe from 25 to 60 miles probably, um, to 55 miles. So the air jet which sends those bombs, he never come close enough so Ukrainian can send missiles for them. But bombs, they are very precise because they have some small wings and they have some system which maneuver them to precise location, and they don't use GPS, they use multiple system including Russia GPS analog system. So and they weight like from 1.5 to 3 tons, and it's doing the very severe damage to anything. And I mean, sometimes people live only a few minutes on the battlefield. And if you will survive that, there are so many drones, there are millions of drones, and they are drones kamikaze, which means the only reason someone will start flying the drone is to kill someone or just to send bombs to someone. So it's very bad war. And if people really want to see how it's going on, you just need to look at it and say and think what you support. You support peace, or maybe not on the best conditions for Ukraine and Russian people, or you support continue killing. of course. So if you protest against AI to use somewhere, I don't know why only 5 people protest from Microsoft sells AI to Israel military and no one, and we have no one, not so many people protesting against sending AI and millions of army supply, millions of bombs, of shells, of I don't know, of guns, everything to Ukraine just to support killing the people. Of course, war should stop everywhere in Israel, in Gaza, in Ukraine, and Russia. But I mean, it shouldn't be only one side. You support killing or you don't support killing. That's it. In the current world, I completely understand that it's not possible just to protest only one thing. You should protest everything or just accept everything. Okay, uncovers new Chinese influence campaigns using it tools. This discovery points the broader challenge of counter state-sponsored disinformation and highlights dual use nature of AI technology. Nothing prevents Chinese actors to register once again, slightly change prompts, and that's it. That's it. OpenAI roll out Advantage voice model to all ChatGPT free users. Exciting upgrade for everyday users. OpenAI is previewing its new advanced voice model, now available to all ChatGPT free users. This feature enables a natural conversation interaction with chatbots, while free users face a daily usage cap. ChatGPT Plus subscribers benefit from much higher limits and additional capabilities such as video and screen sharing, which is cool. How some AI companies are exploiting artist work without permissions. Again, I agree that AI shouldn't provide you some artist work and say, hey, now it's your work. But of course, preventing AI use of some openly available arts, openly available news, openly available books. I mean, it's not possible and it's not good. I don't see any good in it, you know. I think that AI should have the similar capabilities of learning as humans. And if humans can see some artist's work, AI also can use the same artist's work for learning, of course. But again, we have something with AI. I understand that you can recreate something very similar to artist work, and it would be your rights, because your intellectual rights, because you use AI to do that. Maybe we need to fight with that somehow. So maybe some percentage of similarity should exist, like, but and otherwise it would be share copyright to artist or to you. But normally, I mean, nothing should prevent someone to learn. Okay. Now we're looking for a grok. I focus. Okay. Now it shows that Anthropic. Okay. Yesterday, Grok provided us some links and no link was working. I understand it's better, but come on. You provided me reliable sources, and if you look at my prompt, I even included that please check if the source exists and accessible and not returning 404, and if it's not, please consider checking this news once again to help fight with hallucination or disinformation. So of course we know that that Anthropic represents no new cloud 3.7 Sonnet model. With hybrid reasoning, you can specify how much you want it to reason, etc., etc. Actually, it's not completely new. You can specify in API calls something similar for effort for O1 or O3 models in API calls. And probably you can do something for DeepSeek. I'm not sure. I use DeepSeek, but I don't remember those parameters. Probably they have something. Okay. And they provide just Anthropic. Yes, anthropic.com. And post on OpenAI tools and Rowan Chuk point to Anthropic official announcement. While the exact press release isn't linked, Anthropic site live and expected to host details. So it's now doing much clever than before. Let's see. Oh, really? Microsoft makes OpenAI O1 reasoning model free in Copilot. So now they provide just link to the website itself. Website. Okay. It's actually a cool thing. Hopefully it's okay. Can we see the Tom Warren profile post? Samsung first. Why they just can't send me that Verge link directly? Okay, it's actually in the Verge as well. And we have okay. Let's see other news. Perplexity AI Comet aims to reinvest browsing. A tested Comet, a new AI-driven toolset designed to transform web browsing into a conversational, context-aware experience unlike traditional search. Comet integrates real-time generative answer with curated exploration potentially powered by advanced LLMs. Details as scarce, but it's pitched as a rival of Google Gemini, exciting those eager for AI to disrupt staging interference. And launch is live. Watch for upgrades here. Okay. New paradigm for information retrieval, blending code research and AI innovation. Let's see once it would be live. Google Research Gemini 2.0 Flashlight for developers. Launched Gemini 2 Flashlight, a lightweight free version of its Gemini Code Assist, targeting developers globally. Optimized for speed and efficiency, it's tailored for real-time code suggestion and lightweight generative tasks, competing with GitHub Copilot and others. Its open availability signals Google push for dominate the DevTool space. Let's look here. Is it news from today? Okay. Grok, hello. And let's look AI and machine learning filters. Trending news. What's new? Gemini 2.0, and we are working on Gemini 2.0 Flashlight. Let's look AI Google Dev. Start building with Gemini 2.0 Flash and Flashlight. Let's look at that news. Actually, yeah, it's from February 25th. So, since the launch of Gemini 2.0 Flash model family, developers are discovering new use cases for this high-efficiency family of models, stronger performance, of course, and simplified pricing. Today, Gemini Flashlight is now generally available in Gemini API for production use in Google AI Studio for enterprise customer on Vertex AI. 2.0 Flashlight offers improved performance across reasoning, multimodal maths, and factuality benchmarks. Launch Windows 2 Flashlight is even more cost-effective solution with simplified pricing for prompts more than 128K tokens. Cool. Voice AI, data analysis, video editing. Really? Mosaic is transforming complex, time-consuming video editing tasks with a new agentic paradigms that use Gemini Flash as their solution. Makes huge context windows more affordable, opening up new possibilities for AI-driven video editing workflows. Start building. Flash and Flashlight. Start building today in Google AI Studio. And where it says about something like for free, Gemini Flash. Free tire. Of course. Used to improve free of charge. Resource request per day. Free of charge up to 1 million tokens of storage per hour, available March 31st. Cache and storage, free of charge, free of charge, free of charge. Pay tire per 1 million tokens for text, input price, image, video. What is video token? Interesting. And output price 40, and it's Gemini 2. Of course, it's no, it's really not much. It's really not much. Grounding 150 requests per day, then $35 per 1,000 requests. And Flashlight, of course, it's free. The price even smaller, and we have other models. Really, it's not as of course it's not as request per minute, request per day, tokens per minute, request per minute, request per day. But on higher tier we have much more. We don't have requests per day, and we have much more requests per minute. Of course. Interesting. Really not huge price. Very competitive if they perform well. I haven't used them a lot. Actually, I probably have API, of course, but I even put some money to try it before, but I don't remember. For some reason, I'm not excited about them, but maybe I need to reconsider them once again. Starting February, DeepSeek kicked off Open Source Week, releasing a trio of tools: Fresh MLA, DeepEP, and DeepGem. Flash MLA enhanced model latency for LLMs, DeepEP boost energy-efficient training, and DeepGem optimize metric multiplication core to generative models. These open source drops are gold mine for thinkers and AGI researchers. Quite exciting. Let's look on the website. DeepSeek AI Advanced. Okay. Save the Planet. DeepSeek Learning Language Intelligence Enterprise Solution. I choose DeepSeek. Solution. Interesting. They create some development studio. So looks like that website, it doesn't work actually. DeepSeek AI. I feel that it's actually, it's not DeepSeek. It's probably, yeah, it's something more better. And probably here, R1 research, public, DeepSeek, MIT license. I like it. Of course, it's so cool. Let's look at DeepSeek AI GitHub, and they provide something like updated few hours ago, and we see that it's actually release Flash MLA, DeepSeek L2, and DeepSeek Gem. And if we will look very quickly on those releases, Flash MLA, it is efficient MLA decoding kernel for Hooper GPU optimized for variable length sequencing serving. Install achieving up to 3,000 gigabytes per second in memory bound configuration, in computing bound configuration using CUDA. Flash. Okay. What is DeepSeek VL2? Okay, it's actually something exists for several months here. Advanced series of large mixture of expert vision language model. It's vision language model. And DeepSeek Gem, 16 hours ago. Library designed to clean and efficient general matrix multiplication with fine-grained scaling as proposed in DeepSeek V3. It supports both normal and mix of expert grounded gems written in CUDA. The library has no compilation need during installation by compiling all kernel and runtime using a lightweight just-in-time module. Supports NVIDIA Hooper Tensor cores to address the precise FP8 tensor core accumulation and deploy CUDA core tool-level accumulation promotion, while it leverages some concepts heavily reliance. Around 300 lines of code. This make it clean and accessible resource for learning Hooper FP8 matrix multiplication and optimization techniques. Performance. Speed up. Speed up. Quick start. Development, installation, and nodes. Of course. So we now can close it and see do we have anything else? Okay. Oh, we in Grok. Alibaba 1-to-1 brings open source AI video generation. Really announced in February. Come on, so many announcements, so many news today. Oh, I wasn't prepared for that. Open source AI video generation model building on its Gwen family. It promises high quality outputs, revealing closed source giants with a focus on accessibility for developers. Early demo suggests it's a leap towards for generative media sparkling blossom creative coders. Open source video generation open door for custom tools from games to films. Let's really so Cohen models, and we looking for not selected product. Do we have something like news by us? Pricing, products, featured products. AI and machine learning, Alibaba Cloud Model Studio. Let's look on Alibaba WAN, WN. Let's see. Okay, interesting behavior from X. Video and image generation model. Video and image generation model from Alibaba Cloud. Okay. Okay, it's data processing. Do we have any examples? Text to video, image to video. Okay, video editing. Yeah, it's classic. It's classic. By the way, it looks really cool. So, new groundbreaking image to video model with strong performance, unleash creativity with dynamic transition. GitHub, Hugging Face, model space block. When video, oh really? Okay, we can start it. And it was added 17 hours ago. And we have all that block, etc. So they said that outperforms existing open source models and state-of-art commercial solutions across multiple benchmarks. So on the level of SOTA, supports consumer-grade GPU, only 8 gigabytes of RAM, making it compatible with almost all consumer-grade GPU. It can generate 5 seconds video on RTX 4090 in about 4 minutes. Its performance is even comparable to some closed source models. Excels text to video, image to video, video to editing, text to image, video to audio, advancing the field of video generation. Oh, really? And some demos. Let's see demos without sound, complex motions. Street running, man diving, following physical laws. Nice. Spray painting, climbing windows, broken sculpture, cinematic quality. Catman. Chinese style. 3D animation. 3D. Visual effects. Probably it's cool. Red robed witch. We release the interference code and weight of WAN 2.1. Multi-interface code. 15 billion and 1.3 billion models. Checkpoints. Demo. Okay. Text to video, image to video. For text for video, we have really small models. Clone the repository, install requirements, and models, download link, pip install, download, and run. Prompt generate task, size, prompt. Out of memory issues, you can use the flag offload model true and T5 CPU options to reduce GPU memory usage. For example, on RTX GPU, size, smaller size, offload model true, T5 CPU. Okay. Prompt extension and so on. So really cool. If you haven't tried and you have possibilities to try even locally, I recommend. Probably I can comparison to Sora. Large motion generation. So Sora is better. Human. No. Let's return to us. Human artifacts. Pixel level stability. Comparable to Sora. ID consistency. It's better. Physical plausibility. It's slightly better. Smoothness. Okay, Sora is a winner. Comprehensive image quality. Scene top 8 winner. Scene generation quality. It's very close to Sora. Single object accuracy. It's even better. Multiple objects. Okay. Camera control. They both not so good, but it's much better than Sora because yeah, I tried in Sora camera control. It's not working very well. Okay. And its license is Apache license 2. You are fully accountable for your use of the models. Okay. Acknowledgements. Okay. Really cool. We have so many open source models which are competitive to like O1, like DeepSeek, to Sora, like 1.2, 2.1, and so on. And it's all happening today. Come on. Probably I don't have enough power on my computer to run that. But what I can do, I can try to deploy it somewhere like in Azure. Really cool. And try to use something, yeah, in the different, in the Azure through some, maybe write some website and try it. It should be really cool. So why it wouldn't be my next project? Just to see how it can work. Okay. North Korean hackers caught using OpenAI for malicious code. Leverage OpenAI to craft attack code to punish email. Really, it could be done with any other system. Okay, thank you. You see, it's provided me very basic links, and it's say now node for detected, but actually they didn't provide me exact links, which is not good. And the last, let's see very quickly if it was able to provide me some news report. Oh, really? I forgot it asked some additional questions. I forgot it asked additional questions. Oh, sorry for that. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And yeah, so many news today. So many news. Top 5 news. Okay, let's see. Now it should do. Oh, really? It's forgot. It's forgot to use actually. What's going on? Top 5 recent developments. Okay. So no. Let's do something like that. Otrimini, question deep research, send, global news, mix of all, whatever better represents those news. And maybe I wait for long and it's removed below top 5 news items. Really? It's like it's did. Oh, it's actually executed that request as well. Okay. So even it's immediately provided me response in GPT-4, or it's executed deep research, but it's somewhere in background, so it's some bugs in their interface. Okay, let's see. Breakthrough in AGI safety protocols. New global standard adopted. A consortium for a lab introducing all of those has unveiled a comprehensive set of safety protocols for developing AGI systems. So, and do we have any news, or it will be 4.4? Of course, 4.4. Shame on you. Next generation LM Helix surpassed benchmarks in code synthesis. Really? What is Helix? It would be 4.4. AI generated art research new hate with global virtual gallery. AI diagnostic outperform traditional method in early disease detections. Maybe it's true for cancer. We saw it. BBC page cannot be found. Really not good. So it still syncs. Let's see, maybe it would be the better option, because I mean I don't like the previous responses. It's like hints of actual things, but it's it's like yesterday's grok. No actual news, all hallucinations. Come on, people. You can do only 10 deep research a month in normal plus plan, and it's show you some hallucination. Do you want that? Probably no. So it's about how it's working, how it's compared to SOTA and everything. But let's look on the features. Hip hop dances, cycling, waltz dance, boxing, physical stimulation, surface, archery, and yeah, not bad. Sputtering, cinematic quality. Monster Family. Yeah, actually it looks good. Even fluffy. I like that. So it's like physics, but not with his pants, but with his shirt. Is working nice. Underwater is Cool. Again, I haven't been underwater that deep. Controllable editing. Let's see. Structure maintenance. So basically the same camera moving on different scenes. Posture maintenance. Nice. In painting. Nice. Out painting. And they will paint. Okay, I don't understand that. Okay, out painting, it will just extend the field. Multi-image reference. Merry Christmas. I will not enable image to video. Eiffel Tower in night with a stunning display of fireworks in gold, silver, red. Start and frames. In laundry room, the camera advanced toward the washer. T-shift miniatures, scene, train set. Oh, coming soon. Open source. It's in space on Hagen space. To-do list. Model. Step-by-step installation video tutorial. Will ultra advanced greedy app for work as low as one-click installers for how to run video editing. Of course, not much information, not much installation testing video. It's okay. And what is that? Installer and app installs into Python VN via pip. Today to make this app before sleeping for you guys. Really fast. Let's see what that guy did. Really cool. Really cool. Yeah, I like it. Really cool. Okay, why wouldn't we try very quick at least to prepare something unless we will look in here. So what we need go to when AI, look for some simpler model like not 14 billions but like that. Do we have any instructions? So let's go to some folder. mkdir. Is it a good command? No. Maybe it's good. We call it 1. So we just clone 2.1 into our on our disk, git clone. Let's look here. cd. With Torch, it could be a tough because I need to install different drivers. I always forgot to do that. I haven't prioritized to do that. Oh, no, not read me. I'm sorry. Of course, requirements. Of course, requirements. Model download. Flash attention. Install build dependencies. Torch. Oh, really? I actually is in virtual environment, but not from this project. Oh, really? Let's install globally. I ready to risks. And Torch already satisfied. Let's see if it will be able to install it. Okay, and we receive our news. 10 minutes, 20 sources. Okay. Chinese startup DeepSeek shake up AI with cost-effective models. Come on. And upcoming R2. At least it says about upcoming R2. So, of course, and performing many Western competitors in fraction of cost. Triggered, of course, $1 trillion sell-offs and global tech stocks. Next generation R2 model moving up the release from May to as soon as possible. R2 model aims to improve coding abilities to support multi-language beyond English. DeepSeek approaches use less powerful chips yet achieves high performance, which industry experts say could spur companies worldwide to accelerate their own efforts, breaking the stranglehold. Elon Musk, XAI unveils Grok 3 to challenge ChatGPT and DeepSeek. Elon Musk startup XAI rolled out new chatbot Grok 3, escalating the competition. Grok 3 has been offered immediately to paying users on Musk X platform via Premium Plus tier with a higher tier Super Grok subscription for access via the web and mobile app. Musk claim Grok 3 is in a league of its own, outperforming the earlier Grok 2 model. I believe it. An XAI demo showcased a built-in deep search engine that articulates its reasoning steps for research and data analysis tasks. To support those advancements, XAI is scaling up infrastructure, reportedly building Colossus, the world's largest AI supercomputer in Tennessee, and raising billions for data centers. Okay, OpenAI reject Musk takeover bid and reaffirms mission. Okay, we know that. OpenAI new tool, deep research and operator agents. Of course, they run them quite a lot. Upcoming O3 model tuned for web browsing. And. So today they just extended its reach of deep Google scale up Gemini and infrastructure. We already look into that. And emphasize agentic AI, of course. Other notable development and industry shifts: NVIDIA and AI chip makers in spotlight. Adobe and generative AI tools. Adobe is pushing creative AI tools to a new audience. On February, it's announced a mobile Photoshop app with a free tier. Really, and Android coming to hook younger users. And Alibaba OpenAI models. Chinese giant made waves by making its AI model for image and video generation publicly available. As reported in late February, this step, reasoning powerful model development for companies' cloud, is seen as part of China push to democratize AI capabilities. Really, we're looking on that Alibaba van model right now. And they provided some links, yes? Some links somewhere. And links looks legit, that links looks legit where it exists, of course, because it's not everywhere. You see, links not everywhere. Of course, it has some a lot of links about strategy, but not many links about Alibaba. Okay, what's going on? And we have no model named Torch, really? So it's about 1 hour 20 minutes in the stream. Let's look what I have here in my projects in my romantic developer. I need probably clean up that thing. So I believe test whisper that thing. It could be removed. Romantic 9 and 10 could be removed. We have some sin CUDA pi. It's not that CUDA I like. One videos. Maybe those videos we could be removed. And let's look. PyTorch. We have our PyTorch here. It's built, of course. Interesting. And where it's go when I built it? Let's go on some level up. Python check. Torch not compiled. Oh, I remember I compiled that somehow. Let's start new chat. Hi, I have a local torch repository and I compiled it with my CUDA lib enabled. How can I use it? Where it put its file? I am in Windows. I am in Windows, it's not a question. So, romantic developer. What is in download? Lottery, MyEnv, Leap, site packages, and I have here PyTorch, Python. Torch. Okay, looks like I use that romantic MyEnv. Oh, let's try once again. So I have MyEnv, and then I go back to test2 and try execute it. Python check. Okay, so in that virtual environment, MyEnv, I have Torch, which is proper, which is built for my CUDA library, which is not standard for some reason. Okay, so we can go back to when. And try to do what we tried to do before, pip install. And we try to do pip install in our MyEnv environment. And in MyEnv, I have Torch library, which is, it's not here, MyEnv site packages. And we have Torch library, which is version version 206, 204. Might trying to download Torch 260 if it's already. Torch 240. What if I'll stop it? No, it doesn't allow me to stop it. Okay. I have some strange traffic spikes in my OBS from 0 to 8 megabytes. Probably that's why we see the similar things here. Initially it says, okay, I will download like 200 megabytes in 1 minute. And now it's stopped and say, okay, I need to think. Looks like someone don't like it. Okay. Exception. And exception is in read timeout error. Okay. What if we say that we don't want to use something like more than, if I just remove it? Torch and Torch Vision. Will it help me to install it? Oh, I have 231. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, most probably it will be failed to execute it locally. But yeah, let's try. Else I understand that, okay, I need to reinstall my CUDA driver to something supported by PyTorch, and we can try all the recent models. And actually I'll fix my Whisper, the Whisper transcribing service, because dist build doc no dist torch CUDA. So big library actually now, so large. I understand that maybe it's not so complex, but so we download everything else except Torch and Torch Vision because we already have some version built to work fine with my drivers. What is EO? Interesting. If I'll just go somewhere. Oh, it will be used by ChatGPT. I forgot I installed the search system by default. And okay. Machi refers to various libraries across different programming languages designed to read in and write in image data. Python. In Python, its versatile library offers a simple interface for read and write wide range of image data, including animated images, volumetric image data, and scientific formats. It supports multiple formats like PNG, JPEG, GIF, TIFF, and more. Library's Colorus platform runs on Python and above and easy to install. Install ImageIA, read, gray image, write. For more detailed information, advanced use official documentation. Then we look for Java version and for C++. Okay. And for Python, it's also provide official documentation. And what it can do. Okay, it is main website. Actually, ran code in large video. It's something like FFmpeg doing. Let's see. Image source destination plugin with init video stream or write file. Read image of cat. User guide. Examples. Read image of cat. Read from fancy sources. Web images. Read it. Read all images in a folder. Images append. Read. Grab screenshot of image from the clipboard. Grab frames from your webcam. Install ImageIA FFmpeg backend. Convert a short movie to grayscale. Read or iterate frames in video. Writing videos with FFmpeg and VA API. Image read, image read, image read. Get writer. My video format MPEG codec. Output params. Pixel. Append data, append data, append data, close. A little bit of explanation. Write byte encoding. Okay. And still here we received some issue with downloading FFmpeg, probably because of HTTPS connection. Maybe because of my internet access, or maybe because it doesn't like when someone downloads something very fast. So I think, yeah, I need to using. Try to download image FFmpeg once again. And I'm just repeating, we're trying to try when 2.1 and we're trying to, if we can run it with on my computer, which doesn't have a very good graphical card, but we will try to run that small model 1.3 billion, and I see if I can even install everything needed here, because once I try to install everything, I see some issues with downloading. Okay, my speed ups 50 seconds. And just a reminder, if anyone still haven't seen, today Alibaba released new open source model which called WAN 2.1. It's released 17 hours ago under Apache 2.0 license, and it's a model to generate text to video, image to video, video editing, text to image, and so on, video to audio, and advanced field generation. It supports so many things, and it's open source. It could be executed on your local machine, and you don't need to pay anything like to. Why it don't want to run? What's going on? You know, we already seen videos here. Okay, let's see if it will work now. Okay, looks like it's working now. So, and we try to see if we can generate something on my notebook I use for streaming and for reviewing some news, because it's really mind-blowing. It's like running DeepSeek locally, but it's, you know, it's so much cooler, because DeepSeek, of course, it's a reasoning engine and it can provide you a lot of help, everything on your local machine, but that thing can generate so many things and different styles with audio. And yeah, of course, we want to try it. So looks like we collected everything we need. I tried to fake the system because I have customly built version of Torch, and I changed the requirements txt just to remove version. So my Torch and Torch Vision, I hope will work. Several months ago, I tried to build them, and actually I normally don't run anything on my local computer because it's notebook, it's not mighty and powerful for most of AI tasks. I'm trying to use some models through SDK on other machines, But this time I think, why not to try? And you see it's taking time, so maybe I'll give up and will not execute it locally. But on Hugging Face, I already saw that some people on Hugging Face for that model, it's here. Some people in comment section, in discussion, community, provided some feedback about step-by-step installation video tutorial, and hopefully if you will look, it will help you to do what's need to be done. It's just 10 minutes, so it shouldn't be long, and the person say how to do that. Let's see. So NVIDIA SMI, yeah, it looks like Ubuntu, really. So let's see. This video is sponsored by Camel AI Org, which is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructure. Okay, you can see it. I probably they use some servers somewhere, which is of course legit, and it's show how to build all the system on that server, and what then generating config. And then they, after they generate something, they try to show it. Okay, and it's working. Nice. So I'm trying to execute it locally, but it probably will take some time. Because, yeah, my computer is not, as I said, mighty, even if it shows something that it's, let me see, if it shows that CUDA found at the end something. Okay, we installed, we try to install no logs, then we switch to the proper space, and we enable CUDA on my GeForce 4060 laptop GPU. But again, laptop GPU is very far from actual GPU in power and everything. So yeah, you see it's still trying to build, and normally such build processes on my laptop taking hours, not minutes. So yeah, especially when there are so many other processes are running, including my OBS studio, including my chatbot, probably not worthy, but I have local Whisper also running. It doesn't use GPU, so it use storage but without GPU access in that environment. But anyway, it's all contribute. It's everything contribute to the overall load to the system, of course. So I think I'll leave it as is and finish the stream now. And yeah, I can come back to that tomorrow and say, okay, I was able to generate something on my local computer, and maybe then I can even record some video how you can run video generation even on laptop. But yeah, I need to spend some time with that to test it, of course. Okay, guys, I think that would be it for today. Yeah, we spent a lot of time today, but there are so many exciting news. So news from everyone, from OpenAI, they're extending their models to more people and deep research as well. News from Gemini, Google, where they introduced Gemini 2.0 flashlight with much lower prices, and they said it's available somewhere for free, maybe in their console, and they have free tier, so of course it could be used with if for development needs for sure, especially for things like in our case, of course, it could be used. I don't understand if you okay, yeah, probably you see the proper screen. As well, of course, Alibaba, which released Wen 2.1 model, which is competitive to Sora and can do so much cool videos, at least in their website and presentation. It looks so cool. Also, DeepSeek, which start releasing open source libraries which can help build next version of DeepSeek R2, which already announced it, and also could speed up other development of open like from LLMs and other networks. So all of those, of course, are cool and exciting news. And yeah, I'll try to see if it's possible to execute on low-level computer, or maybe we can have some simple examples how it execute on some cloud-based computers. Of course, anyone can register at Azure, for example, and receive some registration credit as well, and probably in AWC and other systems, and install that model there and use it. But yeah, let's see if it easily achievable, or maybe we can do it in Google how it's called, Google Colab space. Probably we can do that in Google Colab. Then it could be even cooler because we can install it, execute something, and receive some results. Probably we'll try it tomorrow. So I think that's it. And of course, I wish you to never stop learning, never stop be excited about this world, never stop wonder by its miracles, and see that miracles in everyday life, in nature which surround us all, and of course everything we see, every LLM models, every AI, everything is built on rules of that and laws of the nature. So of course it's, even if it doesn't sound like a natural thing, it doesn't break the natural law, and that means that it could be used for good and not only for bad and for military, but it could also help people live better. And of course it depends on us who will win, military or people who want to live better, or maybe both. So let's see. I hope you will choose peace over the war, wisdom over the hate, love, probably love over the hate, and wisdom over the one-sided point of view, let's say that. So wisdom and acceptance, let's call that. So I think, yeah, that's it. My wishes to you, and see you tomorrow. I thinking about slightly updating my stream timeline and what I'll do on my streams. Basically, I'm thinking of moving software development of the streams and leave for the streams like AI news overview and some small test. So hopefully it will work. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, leave me a comments in the section below and have a great day. Goodbye.